Hey, I'm Jill, but I go by Giovanni here on YouTube, and today I just wanted to talk about how I usually go about making my sketchbook spreads. Collaging, layout, characters, everything like that. So the first thing I want to talk about is how I go about finding color palettes for my pages. Normally what I do is I choose which character I want to draw first, and then take that character's primary colors and make that the page. For instance, in this video I'm drawing Juno from Overwatch, and her colors are mostly purple, blue, and orange. So I knew I wanted to keep a color palette kind of like that. I decided to go with mostly purple just because I feel like her hair is really the first thing you notice in her character design. So I used my purple colored pencil for the sketch, and then for all the stickers and stuff I try to keep mostly purple and orange, just because a lot of the blue on her design didn't really show up on the half body that I drew. When trying to stick to a specific couple of colors for a page, it's important to make sure all of the stickers and scrapbooking stuff that you use matches the colors. So one of my tips is that you should keep any pretty trash you find. For instance, if you're going to a cafe and maybe the napkin has a cute design, keep that napkin for a sketchbook page, because you never know when you're gonna do a page with that color palette. One thing I want to mention is how I usually go about choosing what character I want to draw. So obviously maybe I played a new video game that day, or I'm reading a new comic and I want to draw one of the characters from that. Obviously I'll just go ahead and do that. But when I don't have any ideas, I normally just go on a Pinterest, save a bunch of photos or pins that I really like, and then just when I feel like drawing, go through my camera roll, pick out whatever I feel like drawing. Or, you can always draw your OCs or make a new OC. I honestly haven't been drawing mine very much recently, but one thing I find really fun to do, specifically when I'm having art block or something, is do an AU of some sort. Maybe a modern AU if it's a different timeline, or a futuristic AU if it is a modern timeline, stuff like that. I also really like coming up with different outfits for them, maybe formal wear or casual clothes, stuff like that. The next thing I want to talk about is how I go about layouts. Honestly, I don't usually think very much about these. I kind of just choose if I want to draw a full body, half body, side profile of said character, and then I add stuff around it. For this page, I decided to do a half up and a full body, and on the other page, I was gonna try and draw Fern from Free Run, but I didn't. I ran out of space, and you'll see why later through the time lapse. One thing I want to mention specifically for beginner artists is that a sketchbook doesn't need to be super pretty. You go on a Pinterest or Shorts or TikTok and you see these really pretty sketchbook pages, sketchbook spreads, sketchbook tours, and it's just, my sketchbook does not look like that. That is fine. It's a sketchbook, not a finished piece book, in the famous words of Here Comes KO. But yeah, that's just something to keep in mind, that you're not, your sketchbook doesn't need to be perfect, and that is perfectly fine. You also shouldn't worry about having to stick with the same sketchbook. I know a lot of people are don't drop your sketchbooks, keep using them, try to hunker down and finish them. But if you're not enjoying the sketchbook, you don't have to finish it. Don't get rid of it, for sure, so you can look back on it in a couple years. But don't worry about finishing it if you don't want to. Because sometimes maybe you don't like the paper because it doesn't take your favorite medium very well. Or maybe other times you don't like, I don't know, the size of it, the shape of it, maybe even the color, I don't know. And that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with dropping a sketchbook. Normally, to figure out how I want to lay out my scrapbooking stuff, I usually look through my little hoard of trash, because yes, I have one of those, and I pick out whatever pieces of trash I have that match the color palette. I lay those down, try to figure out how to get those in, and then once I do, I normally put stickers around that. If you're having trouble finding stickers, you'd be surprised to see how much you can just find on Amazon. I was not expecting, when I was going sticker hunting, to have any luck with Amazon, but I found these little stickers, and I found these forever ago, so I don't really remember what the brand name is or anything, but they're a bunch of little bunnies and bears, and they were super cheap, and there's like over 1,000 of them, so I use those on pretty much every single page. Next thing is what art supplies you should use. The material is only as good as the hand that wields it. I really like using mechanical color pencils, which you don't have to use because there are definitely downsides to them, but I like them because depending on the color you use, which is usually the warm colors, they blend in really well with like skin tones. And then if I don't feel like coloring or lining the drawing, I still have the colors down. But the downside is that it stains the paper really easily. Like, it is a pain to erase it. And a lot of colors don't usually work because they're lighter. And the lead breaks really easily. So there are definitely downsides to using these, but they're not messy and they blend really well. So I'm probably going to continue to use them for a bit. When I do use just a normal graphite pencil instead of one of my colored ones, I have this spray that like helps close in the pages, and it works really well. I'm blanking on what the name of it is now, but I will put it on screen once I figure it out. But that stuff is great for when you just want to use a pencil drawing and you don't want it to smudge everywhere. If you're having trouble finding pretty trash, or you just want to make a nice page and you don't really have any, one thing you can do is go on Pinterest, pick whatever like vibe you're going for the page. For instance, maybe you're making a Vertigo arrow page. You can just look up Vertigo arrow and you can print out stuff and just put that in your sketchbook. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sorry if that was a little unorganized. I probably should have written a script for it. But I hope I was able to help regardless. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is.